The play is about a man who's getting out of jail who's trying to reconnect with his daughter, and he was a revolutionary from the 1960s and committed a crime connected to that movement. And his daughter resents his absence because her mother died a drug addict.
Ashanti X died with an addiction, and your ass is coming back here to be sentimental. Ain't nothing sentimental about a dead revolution.
Through this process, we see how generational differences arise, how wounds from the past arise, how they deal with these things, and really their struggle to reconnect with one another after this long period of time has really separated them, and how pain and trauma from the movement has separated them.
I remember those days because KENYATTA's along the same lines in age as me, and I remember feeling proud of trying to make change in this country. It gave us an identity. It gave us something to be proud of instead of ashamed to be black, which was the generation before us. My parents were like, don't do that. You're drawing attention to yourself.
Dominique wrote them so well, so beautifully. Nina, I really identify with Nina's strength and the way that she carries herself through this past that she really holds on her back every single day.
I learned that there's a lot of similarities between my character and myself and a lot of different black girls out there who have that disconnect between the generations, as Nina does with her father, KENYATTA. I feel like I'm telling my own story along with a lot of black girl stories with that. I feel as though Nina has taught me that there are barriers up with me because of that generational scarring, and it has a lot to do with what our people went through.
I got a deal to make. You gotta bounce.
We named you after Nina Simone because she was our rebel music. You were supposed to be our revolution. That's what we said.
What I definitely love about the play from seeing it every day is I think about the song Misunderstood by Nina Simone and how much it fits the play and how much it fits the characters. And I think that Dominique Morisseau really crafted these characters that all have really good intentions. Even though all the characters have good intentions, they struggle to see the others' good intentions because of their emotions or because of what they're dealing with.
My character is Damon, and he is, in my opinion, desperately in love with Nina. And I think that's what I like most about him, is because he really does truly love her. He doesn't know how to. It's very toxic, but he doesn't even realize it's toxic. He's just doing the best he can.
I think love to her isn't quite real. It's not a real thing for her that's actually attainable. I don't know, I guess it just takes away that kind of false hope she thinks is in love, because she has to love herself, she has to take care of herself, and that has to be enough. And she can't depend on another person. So I guess that's why she's so hard, she's so guarded.
Are you always like this?
Excuse me?
Are you?
Like what?
Hard to the core. Tight and unforgiving. Is this your constant or is this your emergency reservoir?
The way she's able to use a character's flaws as a way to build empathy, when oftentimes characters, particularly black characters' flaws are used as a way to be thrown away or paint them as a bad guy, paint them as a nemesis, or help justify their mistreatment in some way within the context of the story. But Dominique, creates three-dimensional characters whose flaws help us understand their humanity.
I learned how to be more honest with myself as a black body and just understand where my scars are and tend to them. Because obviously Nina had scars, didn't tend to them, and then look what happened.
This is my second show by Dominique. I did Detroit 67. And what I love about her is her ability to capture our language in a very rhythmic and poetic way.
He was talking about how his lines are sort of like, you can really put a beat on that and just spit. And I'm like, yeah, your lines kind of work like that. My lines kind of work more like lyrically more like song-like.
And I think that that's interesting, like a musicality to her writing. And it's the discord that you see and the accord.
She knows how to capture what we feel, and I think, and with such colorful language, and I think that's what I love about it. That's what I love about her writing.
You know, thematically, the show, for me, is about love, it's about redemption, it's about healing and cycles.
I want everybody to be deeply invested in the characters. It's only a 3-person play, and each character is so interesting. They're lovable, they're despicable. You know, none of them are perfect. Dominique Morisseau is one of my favorite writers in the country right now. I think she's a phenomenal playwright and one of the most important voices we have in the American theater today.